Hello again, what's up? It's your girl Dana Monet, and I am here once again to recap The Voice Season 12. I know it's been a while, and I know that I kind of flaked on the last season, but I was feeling a little bit uninspired, so I wasn't even going to review this season of The Voice. I'm not even sure I'm going to review the entire season, but I looked at the contestants on YouTube, and I was like, you know what? I think that these contestants are worth talking about. So the talent really is the determining factor in deciding whether I'm going to do these reviews or not. I didn't actually watch the show at all. I literally, today, Monday night, this is the 6th, this is the night of the second week of blind auditions, and I just watched the YouTube videos today of the contestants that got chairs to turn. I had no real desire to watch the entire show. I mean, it's season 12, like, I understand the banter, I understand the whole thing. I don't need to hear all that. I just need to hear the contestants sing and move on with my life. So, that's pretty much that. So I'm going to try to keep these reviews as brief as possible. I know, me brief, like, yeah, whatever. But I'm going to try and only talk about, the people that need to be discussed. So I definitely have favorites. And I do just want to preface this by saying that these are my favorites as far as who I was entertained by most, not necessarily who I think could or should win the show. So I just want to preface this like these are the people that just thoroughly gave me life and entertained me this week. And I was also not going to watch The Voice because I was a little bit salty that I once again did not make it past the open call audition for like the 10th time when they just came to Baltimore about 2 weeks ago. But that's water under the bridge. I won't dwell on it. So without any further ado, I'm going to go into my favorites. And I have to say, night one had a lot of great people. But my favorites were actually a tie. And you can agree to disagree with me. This is an open forum. Discuss. So one of my favorites was Jchosen. I think that's a real interesting name. I guess maybe he just believes he's a chosen one, so that's fine with me. So he sang Sexual Healing, and he ended up going to Team Gwen. Again, I didn't see the judges' banter. I don't know who else turned in. Like, I don't know none of that stuff. Doesn't matter. So this man's voice is perfection. His runs were impeccable. His range is absolutely ridiculous. The dude was jumping octaves. I was like, what in the world is going on with this man? Like, his voice is money, and if they mess this up, which they probably will find a way to mess this up for this man, to make way for one of the little kids, I don't even know. But his voice is money. Like, he could sing anything. So I don't know. Personally, I love him. And side note, I love how during his performance, Alicia was hiding like behind a chair, like, damn, this dude is good. And he's like, sexual healing. But he made it not corny, because a lot of people sing that song and it kind of comes across corny. He made it very uncorny. So I really, really appreciated it, and I was grooving, and I was having fun with it. So I thoroughly enjoyed his performance. And this may be debatable as well, but I don't give a shit. I also thoroughly enjoyed Natalia Velaranda, and she sang Runaway Baby, and she went to Team Alicia, and oh my goodness, I absolutely positively love this girl. She's like 16 years old. She has attitude and sass for days with a capital S. I think this is a difficult song to sing because the cadence and like the rhythm on the verses and everything like that, I think it can get a lot of people like jumbled up with the lyrics and the melody. But she definitely was committed. She was on pitch. I love her growl. I'm definitely keeping my eye on her. She's my favorite of the youngins, because it's a lot of youngins. They even dropped the age to 13 this season. So, whatever. I low-key want to adopt her. I'm really not that old. I'm only 27, but like, she's my Filipino little sister. So I absolutely love her like to death. Okay. So like the next batch, like those two, Jchosen and Natalia, they were like my favorites. And then I have like my second favorites. So Lauren Duski, who sang You Were Meant for Me, and she went to Team Blake. She really had a nice smoky tone to her voice. I really love her voice. She had like nice inflections. Definitely would have turned for her. She's country, but her voice seemed very versatile, soulful, like she could switch genres and stuff like that. So I'd appreciate that. And Stephanie Rice, I loved her. She sang Piece by Piece by Kelly Clarkson. And you know, when she sang that on Idol last year, I almost cried. Did I cry? A lot of people cried. She made a lot of people cry. But this was a performance. It's hard to, you know, try to imitate that with the emotion and everything. And I think that she did a really, really good job. But she had a beautiful, interesting tone. She went to Team Gwen. And I think that she tackled singing Piece by Piece like a pro. And I totally believed her. And also Mark Isaiah, who sang Mercy. When I saw Mercy, I thought it was like, you got me begging you for mercy. I was like, he's going to sing this song? But it's a totally different Mercy, thank goodness. And he went to Team Adam. And I just feel like he navigated through those notes on the verses very nicely because it was kind of in a low key. And sometimes when contestants go low, their voice gets shaky, not quite on pitch, but he was on pitch the entire time. His pitch was pretty much perfect, considering all the ups and downs of the melody. He could definitely have a hit right now. Something very refreshing about him. And I think he's definitely one to watch. He's probably going to make it to the live shows. And I'm not mad at it. I think he's very commercially appealing, but he has a great voice. So he kind of has the best of both worlds. So I guess since those were my second favorite, my third favorite of night one was Johnny Hayes. And I almost didn't put him in my favorites. He sang Try Little Tenderness. He went to Team Adam. I do feel like he had a lot of potential, and I feel like it's something to look forward to. He had a lot of punch towards the end of the song, you know, and the growl was coming through. So I'm looking to see, you know, if he improves. I feel like he could have went a little bit more cray at the end with the got to try to na try little tenderness. Actually, I think the problem was the tempo. It was like, got to try to na try little tenderness. The pace was like a tad bit, it was a tad bit too slow. So the tempo, so I would have liked to speed it up a little bit. And my other third favorite was Felicia Temple, aka Felicia Keys. And she sang All I Could Do Was Cry, and she obviously went to Team Alicia because, I mean, what else do you do in that situation? I did hear a little Whitney in the vibrato towards the end, so I really like that. Very crystal clear voice, very pretty. I thought she had a really damn near perfect voice. It was almost too pretty. Like, I needed to hear the grit in that song. Maybe I'm used to hearing Beyonce's version of that from Cadillac Records, and I was like, no, wrong song. I heard church bells ringing. Like, she had a very, very pretty rendition, and I needed to hear some gruffness to it. But she is a great singer, so I will say that. Moving on to night two. My favorite was Autumn Turner, and she sang Last Dance, and she went to Team Alicia. And I just have to tell you that it takes a really amazing voice to take a disco song and make it current and not make it look cheesy. And she did an amazing job with that. I absolutely love like the slow intro of that song, and she did it so well. I loved her outfit. She was doing key changes throughout the song. I love the ambition to attempt the whistle note at the end. It wasn't perfect, and I should know because when I went to audition for The Voice 2 weeks ago, I did sing Mariah Carey Emotions, and I was hitting that whistle note all day. When I got to the audition, it wasn't completely right, but it didn't mess up the rest of the song. Like, it wasn't horrible, and just the same as hers, but she did nail it on the studio version. And I appreciated that, and it shows that she's capable. I definitely think her confidence will build throughout the competition, and her runs in the intro were just on point. So I love to hear her sing this song. So she's a winner. Okay, so my second favorites were two people. Aaliyah Molden, who sang Hound Dog. She's another youngin'. She went to Team Blake. She has a nice, strong voice. I really liked the quiver in her voice, and she had nice control. I don't think that this is her best. I actually think that she has more to offer. So I'm definitely keeping my eye on her and seeing what she can do. But solid audition. Also, Lily Passero, she sang A Love of My Own, and she went to Team Alicia. It's kind of an old school vibe type of track, but she made it current. Very nice, crystal clear voice again. I loved her subtle inflections. It didn't happen that much, but when they did, they were perfection. So really enjoyed that. And my third favorite of the night was Jesse Larson, who sang Jealous Guy. He went to Team Adam. I thought he had really amazing guitar playing, really nice voice. I really liked the way he dipped into the low notes, but I was kind of waiting for more, kind of wanting more. I think that he has more to give vocally, and I feel like he was holding back a bit. So I'm looking forward to hearing more, but if he doesn't bring it, then he's going to be out. So that was night 2. We're moving right along. It's scandal pace, people. So night 3, okay, this is probably going to be debatable as far as who my favorite is. I don't care. I told you it's about who entertained me most, okay? Julian Martinez, he sang Pride and Joy. He went to Team Adam. Now, I am such a sucker for a bluesy, husky, raspy voice. And he had all of that, and he did a blues song, and I just absolutely loved it. And I don't even understand why it took so long for the coaches to turn around. I mean, I just absolutely love his voice. Like, he doesn't have a lot of range, but he has something different, and he's kind of like the epitome of what the voice is. You know, somebody who sounds completely different than what they look like, and then you turn around and you're like, oh my goodness. So he's like a Filipino blues singer, or not Filipino. He's not Filipino. I don't know if he's Filipino. He's Asian. He's like an Asian blues singer. His last name is Martinez. Does that mean Filipino? Like Anatalia? Some people were talking about this on the blogs and whatnot. So I believe he's Asian. We'll go with that. But I loved everything about his performance, including the corny dance moves. They didn't distract me at all. And that scream at the end was like, ah! Like, it was so much better than that. Like, that scream at the end, which was the thing that finally got somebody to turn around, which somebody should have turned around before that. It was perfection. It was, like, crazy all over the place, but it was, like, it made perfect sense, if that makes any sense. Okay, so my second favorites were 2 people. So Casey Joy, who sang Blue, she went to Team Blake. And I like when people take on this Leanne Rimes song, because I like to hear how people go, Blue. Her yodels were a little bit better than that, but they were perfection once again. She had a lot of control over her voice, and she has the ability to do really interesting, you know, different things with the melodies and things like that and nail them. So she did a good job. Also, Ashley Levine. No, Levine. I'm sorry. It's not the same last name as Adam Levine, but I'm getting confused. Okay, Ashley Levine, and she sang Let Him Fly, and she went to Team Blake. I think she has a really beautiful voice. She reminded me of Allison Porter, who won season 10 because Allison sang this song, but she quickly got Allison out of my head. There was some vocal inflections that she was doing that totally separated her from Allison in the best possible way, and she was like hitting notes on like minor chords. You know, I'm a singer, but I didn't take music theory, so bear with me on this. But she was doing like "Let 'em fly" or something like that. It wasn't like the normal note that you would go to. So I definitely really enjoyed that. And I'm like, oh, she has the ability to surprise us vocally and just do different stuff. So I really appreciated that. And my third favorite, I wasn't even going to put him in my favorites, but Brandon Royal, Master Blaster Jammin', and he went to Team Gwen. I absolutely positively love this song. This might be my favorite Stevie Wonder song now. But I have to say the first half of it was less than impressive. However, when he did go into the fast-paced, like, rhythmic section of the song, he nailed it. Why do I feel like I'm singing I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney Houston? Anyway, y'all know the part that I'm talking about in Master Blaster. I was like, okay, you know, I'm on board. I was like, he has rhythm, so I give him a chance, although I don't feel like it was the best song choice for him. I still haven't heard a cover of this song that's been better than DeAndre Brackensick from season 11 of Idol, which was actually when I was introduced to this song. But I think that, you know, he did a good enough job. I'm not sure if he's going to make it through the battles, though. But that was it. That was my recap, my quick recap of week 1 of The Voice. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I just want to let you guys know that I've been slacking on the music videos. I say that I'm a singer all the time, and I'm not even posting videos of me singing. That is going to change very soon. I want to start doing Music Mondays, where I'm posting a cover or maybe even original song every Monday to keep the music thing going. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But until next time, see you later. Bye.